It's time for Facts Are Your Friends. Let's do it. The official song of NASCAR. Is it? No. All right. I'm going to give you 4 steps on what to do when the whole world has lost its mind and you find yourself just barely hanging on. We had another segment to discuss today, and I got up super early this morning just spinning. So I sat down and said, I need to put all this on paper here. There's so much, and I'm just thinking about my neighborhood. So much here in Nashville. Everybody's still healing. Everybody's still yelling. The politicians in the city have just, I don't have the words for it. Just lost their minds. Everybody's just bananas. Politics across the country. I don't care who you are. If you stop for a second and turn the radio off, turn the TV off, and you just roll your window down and you're driving down the road, you're being honest. Both parties are insane. Insane. It's madness. I was with some folks who are close friends of mine who are different politically this weekend on both sides of the aisle. The most common refrain was, I don't know who my party is anymore. They're insane. You're just regular old neighbors, regular old good folks. I see tons of cowardice and frightened and fear in my neighbors and in my friends and across the country. I'm going to be real honest with you. This is just me being vulnerable. I've seen cowardice when I look in the mirror. I've seen fear when I look in the mirror. I got 2 little kids, man. I brought them into this mess. And I'm not just talking about Nashville. I'm talking about politics across the country. I'm talking about all the chaos. And then you step back and you hear about like China's moves to replace the dollar and shifting global priorities, Ukraine war, on and on and on. And then at home, we've got kids and grades and inflation. It's too expensive to move, but I don't have enough money in my current job, all of it. And if we're honest, we're trying to do 2 things. One of 2 things, We're either going to double down on what we know and just try to do whatever we were already doing faster or with more force, more aggressively, right? Or more recklessly, which, by the way, that's insanity. It's madness to keep doing the same thing just faster and harder when you get stuck. Whenever you find yourself and your tires are in mud, just jamming on the gas just digs a huge hole that you for sure are going to get out of now. And that's what we're doing with our lives. We're just getting angrier and more frustrated and going and yelling and frazzled, or we're just checking out. We're done. I'm out. I'm going to have one more drink and one more drink. I'm going to watch one more Netflix episode. I'm going to get super excited about the next series. I'm going to spend all my time talking about the next series because I've outsourced my lives. I'm done living them, so I'm just going to let Ted Lasso, I'm going to let him live life for me. I'm just going to let Office reruns that I've already watched 700 times, I'm going to let them have friendships and romance and joy and laughter and work hijinks because I'm done with my life. I've just cashed out. Think of it like being in an aquarium. You're in an aquarium and there's water pouring in and the water level is rising, okay? We have voices on the right telling us we need to suck it up and just learn how to swim. We have voices on the left just wanting to focus on the stories about who's dumping the water. And we have voices telling us from above that we need to build a better and new foundation at the bottom of this aquarium. And we have voices below us telling us this is the way it's always been and we're trapped and it's all coming down. And I want us just to look around. These narratives aren't working. Even if there's truth in each one of them, it's not helping people. It's not. And I want to propose something new. Let's just get out of the aquarium. Let's just get out. Just be done with it. Not worry about swimming or let's just get out. Because what you need right now is not another new diet, another scam, not another scroll in the news media. By the way, the news stations do not care about you. They want your clicks and they want your attention. They want you to keep spending your money. They don't care about you. Politicians don't care about you. They want to keep their jobs and their power to keep on spending your money. That is it. That's it. So what do we do? I'm going to give you 4 steps on what do you do when you feel out of control. Some of these are short term, like you can do them right now. Some of these are going to be long term. It might take you 1, 2, several years. Okay? But there's clear research that when somebody finally gets the courage to call a counselor, they actually start feeling better. When somebody gets an actual plan in front of them and they say, this plan works, and there's a line of people who've done that plan and say, hey, this one works, that you actually stand taller, you feel better. Being on a path, having a direction is key, even if you're not all the way there, even if you're just starting, okay? And by the way, these things aren't great and they are not fun. In fact, initially, they are not awesome. They're going to feel terrible. Some of these are going to feel terrible. You're going to feel guilty. You're going to say things like, I can't, or I don't know how. Here's what's beautiful about them. I'm not giving you some hack. I'm not running up a gimmick. I'm just telling you the truth, like I always do on this show. Just telling you the truth. And by the way, this is a conversation I had with myself at 4 or 5 this morning because I got up just spinning this morning. When things are hopelessly out of control, it feels bleak or it feels dark. We are going to solve for freedom. Here's what that means. That is not American flag underoos and like an eagle going across the. That's not what I'm talking about. We are trapped, chained to things. We are stuck in the aquarium. So we're going to look at the 4 ways we are chained to the aquarium, and we're going to cut the chains. Okay? Number 1. If you owe somebody money, you can't just move. You can't get out of your abusive job. You can't get out of your parents' basement. You can't look at your husband and say, you stop hitting or cheating on me or I'm gone. You can't do that. Because Ford Motor Company is telling you what you're doing tomorrow. Your mortgage company is telling you what you're going to do tomorrow. Visa is telling you what you're going to do tomorrow. You are chained inside of that aquarium. You can't move. And yes, I'm biased. I work at Ramsey Solutions. We help people get out of debt. Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean it's not true. And I take a more psychological angle. Your body will not let you rest if somebody else can just snatch your house from you, or just snatch your transportation from you, or just snatch your food from you. It won't let you. So stop pretending like you got a great deal on a thing that you don't have to pay for 12 months or whatever. It's just a couch. Don't owe. Pay every debt off that you owe. Pay them all off. This is a massive chain around your neck. Pay it off, all of them. Get insane about it. Get radical about it. Your life depends on it. And by the way, while we're here, stop waiting for the government to pay off your debts for you. Quit it. Pay them off. You signed your name. I had to pay off 6 figures of them. Did I know what I was signing? No, but I did. I put my name on it as an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old and a 25-year-old. I did it. So I'm going to pay them off. I'm not stop waiting on the government. Deal with it like an adult. Does it suck? Yes. Is it the worst? Yes. Do it. My wife and I had to sell our nice house and move into a tiny little apartment in a dorm with a kid. Pay them off. Whatever it takes. Pay them off. Number 2, time. We use our calendars as a proxy for self-worth. Monday night is sports practice. Tuesday is piano or guitar. Wednesday night is soccer. Thursday night is youth group or dance. Friday nights hang out with friends. Saturdays are all-day sporting events and then hanging out with friends. Sunday is church or more games or both, plus schooling, plus commuting, plus all the yoga and the appointments at 1.5-hour workout programs or Netflix shows or baseball games. Stop. You become a slave to your calendar. Quit. I was talking to somebody recently, not on air. They needed to go to inpatient treatment for some significant trauma. It was a really incredible, brave person I was talking with. Their first response was, but there's so many things I've got to do. Who's going to get them done? Calendar. Get with your spouse and begin canceling things. Just cancel them. Just stop. Create a day with nothing, no plans, no electronics. Create a day or two for hosting, just hanging out with friends and family. Tell them to bring their whatever crap they have in the fridge. Just bring it over. Half a 2 liter of what? Bring it over. I don't care. Old wine, bring it over. Try one sport and one lesson, and that's it. That's it. Your kids are going to be fine. If you drive 6 hours on a Saturday for a 9-year-old's soccer game, stop. Just stop. Just stop. Ask yourself, is your job worth dying for? Because for bunches of you, it's killing you. And this one's hard for me because I am a to-the-death workaholic. I am. I work to prove my self-worth. And so this one's hard for me. You are not your busy calendar. A full calendar does not mean a full life. It means you're choosing to distract yourself from living a full life. You're running and running away. Number 3, clutter, junk, stuff everywhere. Okay. So real quick in 18 seconds, our bodies are designed to live in a world of scarcity. It's designed to eat whatever you can get your hands on. It's designed to, if you got water, we're going to drink till I'm waterlogged. You find a mate, we are going to mate. It's designed for scarcity. And then boom, overnight, we have hacked the supply chains for food and mates and everything. They're everywhere. Everything's everywhere. And then we also, my granddad came out of the Great Depression, and he straightened up nails because he had to. My grandmother saved string that came off of like clothes because they had to. They couldn't just go to the store and buy some because there was no store and there was no things and there was no money to buy it if there had been a store. So we've got these bodies who are designed for scarcity, that are designed for scarcity. And then we have a picture 1 or 2 generations away of people who saved nails. And we have hit the pendulum so far that we try to insulate ourselves from the next big whatever with stuff. More clothes, more shoes, more bicycles, more weight equipment, more workout programs, more digital clutter, more passwords, more logins, more whatever. Our culture has no brakes on it when it comes to this one magic word, enough. We don't know how to do it. Just start getting rid of stuff. Go room by room. Make it a 5-month transformation. Make it a 30-day transformation. My friends Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus and TK Coleman, the minimalist, they have a challenge. I think it's a 30-day challenge where just on day 1, give away 1 thing. On day 2, give away 2 things. Day 3, give away 3 things. By the time you get to the end of the month, 30 days or 31 days, you're giving away 30 things. And over the course of that month, it's added up to a ton of stuff you've given away. Clothes. Collections. One day these Beanie Babies are going to come back. They're not. They're not coming back. Stop. Pare down your life. Pare down your life. Pare down your life. Pare down your life. Our closets, our garages, our attics, our storage spaces, our bank accounts, our laptops. It's insanity. Get rid of the clutter. 4th, this is a whole book. Read Nidra Tawwab's book called Boundaries. Find Boundaries, Find Peace. My friend Henry Cloud's got a book out about boundaries. It's a masterpiece. It's awesome. Who is telling you what you have to do with your life? Your parents, your in-laws, your abusive spouse, your old professor? Ask yourself this terrifying question. What do I want with my life? And then ask yourself this other scary question. What do I want this month? And then ask yourself an even more terrifying question. And if you're married, do it with your spouse tomorrow. What do I want for today? And what is happening today that's going to get me to this life that I want? This is solving for freedom. With your money, with your time, with your clutter, with your boundaries. Solve for it. Solve for freedom. And here's a bonus one. Phone a friend. Get a friend to work through this with you. Whether you're married, whether you're 18, whether you're 72. Call a friend. The world's going to go bananas. And we've lived in a pocket of history when things have been relatively stable, especially for large swaths of the West. Those days may be over. Not in a bad, dramatic way. Just we've had some pretty stable times, some stable decades. I expect dissension. I expect chaos. I expect people to be self-serving. I can't do anything about them, but I can't control me. I'm going to look at every angle of my life and solve for freedom, especially in those 4 areas. I'm going to get out of the aquarium as quickly as possible. And if this sends a sense of panicky in you, good. Leave work early and sit down with your husband or your wife and say, we're going to do this now. And on the way, you're going to find grit and strength and resilience that you did not know you had. And you're going to find out that you can do anything. And then you will be truly free.